Hey guys, Ike here from Mike'sOutdoors.com. I'm here today sitting in the dark to do a review on the Vastfire hunting light. Okay, so here's a good look at the light itself. And if you couldn't tell from the intro, this is a green light. And I really like the green light. We'll get into that a little bit later on. But this is a hunting light. We're going to put up some video here of me just out messing around with it in the dark. I'm spotlighting the yard and the school next to us and just trying to see how far this thing will cast. And you'll notice in this video here, I'll also find a rabbit. We'll talk about that toward the end. But you'll notice in this video that this has what they call a hot light or hot spot in the middle. What this hot spot does is it's really focused right there. So this hot spot, they say, is good out to 150 yards. And I have to say, I'd probably agree with that. You can see on the building there that that building is probably 75 to 100 yards away when I'm spotlighting some parts of it. And you can see pretty well with them. They say the floodlight is 350 yards. I don't think so. I cast this thing down the street, which this is a lighted area, so it's hard for me to say, but it just doesn't seem like it's going to go quite out to 350 yards. But the floodlight, the hot spot in the center, is probably going to illuminate out pretty good out to 100, maybe 150 yards as advertised. And you can see here in this section where I'm spotlighting this rabbit. This rabbit is only about 30 yards away from me, but you can see the rabbit does not have any inclination to run. I chased this rabbit. I didn't chase this rabbit, but I stalked this rabbit in the dark, and this rabbit didn't seem to bother when the light hit it. It really seemed to stay put, and it didn't seem alarmed by the light. And the time that I had, if I had this attached to my AR, and that was a coyote or a hog or something that was legal to hunt at night, I would have had no problem pulling the trigger on that and making a good, clean kill in the dark like that. So, as I said, this is a green light, and it is non-focusable. You're going to get that right there. You cannot change that hot spot to make it any bigger or any smaller. This is non-adjustable, fixed. Pardon me. This is a non-adjustable fixed beam, so it does not have an adjustability to that, which at first when I got it, I didn't really, I was like, I don't know if I like that or not. But the more I watched it, or I got to doing distance light up with it and lighting up things in a distance with it, I really started to like it at that point. And I like the floodlight of it too surrounding it, so it works really, really well for that, as you could see in this footage. This is aluminum. It's good. It's durable. It is water resistant. This will stand up to within a rain. You're not going to drop this in the pool and let it sit there for a few days and come back and expect it to work. But if you take this out in the rain, it's going to hold up to that just fine. This has an 18650 battery in there. Some models of this come with it, some models don't. I got the model that it comes with. It's a pretty common battery, easy to find a replacement. Mine came with a charger, charges up pretty quick. I charged it to full capacity, and I've used it for at least 2 hours now, probably pushing about 2.5 hours just testing it out and doing things like spotlighting the yard and the neighborhood. And the battery has held up to that and is not showing any sign of weakening at all. So this is 6.2 inches and it weighs 6.56 ounces. I think that's without the battery in it, because with the battery in it, it's pretty heavy. And I wouldn't say pretty heavy, but it's closer to a pound with the battery in it. So this is going to be a good budget light for predators, hogs, things that you are legal to hunt at night. This has a 100 lumen Cree LED light in there, and it is a nice cone shaped on this reflector, which you probably can't see on video, but it has a nice cone shape, so it really gets the most out of that 1000 lumen Cree bulb in there. So overall, I think it's going to be a great hunting light, and it's going to be a great one to get you started. This is about 20 bucks on Amazon. With the battery and the charger with it, it's going to be a little bit extra, but that battery is easy to find, so you may be able to find a cheaper version of it. And I think it's going to be great for something like this, AR. If I wanted to set this up for hog hunting at night, I could set this up pretty easily right here underneath on this exact same bracket there. Now, I may have a little bit of issues with that, so I might have to do something there. I think overall, the way I have this bracket, the way it sits down off of that key mod rail, I think I could set it up with this light and have no issues with that. So if I'm about to put the wrong thing down. Instead of putting the AR down, I'm about to put the light down. So I think it'll be pretty easy to set up on a Predator one like that. You can buy, they got the cheap little deals to mount to your scope where you can put this on there and you can mount it to your scope, and it's got a twist deal in it. Those, I don't like those. I like something like this where it's a good solid light. But looking through the camera the other night at that rabbit and focusing this on it, it was a really nice light for that. So this is a good affordable Predator light or a good affordable hog light. About 20 bucks on Amazon, and it does a good job overall. I'm really satisfied with it, and I think for the price, it's a really good light for that price. Now we'll see how it does as far as longevity, getting out in the field and banging it around. Now, I've done stuff like dropping it on the floor. I mean, I'm not going to drop it from big distances, but I'm, you know, sitting in a chair, and it does fine when you drop it at that distance. You know, it ain't bothering it. And I'm dropping it on a concrete floor with a really thin carpet on top of it, so it's durability wise, from what I've tested it seems to be pretty durable. We'll see what kind of long-term durability issues we have, if we have any long-term durability issues with it, because you know, hog hunting, predator hunting, it's kind of hard on gear, so we'll see how it does with that. But overall, so far I'm impressed with it, and I think it does a fantastic job for 20 bucks. I think it is a very good entry-level predator light or hog light. If you're like me, I don't ever hog hunt at night, and I rarely ever predator hunt at night either, so I don't want to go out and spend big money on a predator light. I want something that's affordable, but I also want something that's reliable and something that's going to do the job that I ask it to do, and this Vastfire hunting light is going to do that. So you can check this out. We'll put a link below to the Amazon link where you can buy this. Good durable light. It's going to be a good affordable entry into predator and hog hunting and night hunting, and it may make a good home defense flashlight as well, because that hot spot net is really focused. When you shine this thing at somebody's eyes, it does a really good job of blinding them. So it would probably be a good home defense light as well. So we'll put the link to this down below, and for more videos you can follow us here on YouTube. Please like, subscribe, and share, and you can follow us on Instagram and Facebook as well. And I do have a Patreon account set up, so if you feel like supporting the channel, you can always support us there on Patreon. If you don't feel like supporting the channel, you're supporting us by just watching these videos, like, subscribing, and sharing. That is all the support that we need from you guys, so we really appreciate it, and we will see you next time.